Alright, so I'm going to go over my tile list, 2,000 points. They are going first. We're playing the game where turn 1 you get 6 objectives and it goes down every turn. It's down to 1 when you get to turn 6. Tower going first. Eldar did not seize the initiative. This is the start of round 3. I got a hammerhead with long strike in there. He's got smart missile systems. Got a Riptide with ion accelerator. He has injectors as a stimulant injector. Got 6 fire warriors with an ethereal and an Aegis defense line with the quad gun. Got a devilfish with 6 fire warriors in there. 1 squad of 4 pathfinders, 1 squad of 5, 3 broadsides, all with all missiles loaded up. 10 Kroot, just Kroot. Oh, with sniper rounds. Another Riptide. He's got the heavy burst cannon. He also has the relic from the far side, the Earth Cast node. Lets him reroll failed Nova charges and reroll 1s to hit. Preferred enemy. Got a squad, my Warlord, who has Warlord trait, Sky Hunter or something like that. He gets a Skyfire once per game, him and his unit. Got 3 Crisis suits with 2 missile pods each and 6 drones. The commander has Iridium armor, stimulant injectors, also has MMS and command control node, and the Pure Tide chip with drone controller too. And let you know, there's one KAD of Normal Town, 1 KAD of Far Side, led by this Ethereal, and it's with the 2 Kroots as their troop, and with the elites, and also the 3. And in reserve, I have another squad of 10 Kroots who are going to be outflanking with a Hound, and 3 more Crisis suits with 3 fusion guns and 3 plasma guns. Alright, plasma rifles. Now going into the Eldar list.
Okay, here is my Eldar force. Just to start off right here, a group of 3 Warwalkers. 2 of them are decked out with scatter lasers. 1 has a scatter laser, 1 has a bright lance. A group of 3 jet bikes with Warlock right there behind the hill. Have a group of 6 Swooping Hawks hidden right here. They'll probably be jumping up into ongoing reserve very quickly. My Warlord, well, not my Warlord, but the Wraith Knight, he has the twin heavy D cannons. Right here is one of my Farseers with a group of Dark Reapers. This is my Warlord right here on the jet bike, Farseer on the jet bike. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 other jet bikes, 2 of them, the ones with the long guns there, those are scatter lasers. Inside this Wave Serpent, there's 2 Wave Serpents. 1 has scatter lasers. Inside there are 6 Dire Avengers, 1 being an Exarch. This Wave Serpent has a Twin Link Bright Lance. Inside are the Wraith Guard with the D cannons. Just quickly to talk about my formations, I do have a Dire Avenger shrine. So there's a group in here with the Exarch, and then I have 2 groups of Dire Avengers in reserve. I have a Aspect shrine. One part of that is the Dark Reapers. The second part is the Swooping Hawks. And the third part is a group of Warp Spiders that's in reserve. There's 6 of them and a Exarch, so they are in reserve. And also in reserve is my Crimson Hunter. So with that, we'll come back and see what happens. Actually, just to talk about my Warlord trait, this is my Warlord again, and he has Fate's Messenger, so he gets to reroll all saving rolls of 1. He actually has Guide, Doom, Fortune, and Eldritch Storm. This Farseer right here with the Dark Reapers, he has prescience, foreboding, forewarning, and misfortune. And just to do something different, my Warlock right here, he actually has, I rolled on Sanctic Powers, and he has Sanctuary and Banishment. So just to mix it up a bit. So with that, we'll see what happens, and we'll come back.
End of the movement for Tau. Hammerhead moved up. Devilfish moved where the Riptide was. Riptide moved forward. Cat did his Nova Shield, 3+ invulnerable save. This Riptide over here did his Nova Gun. Nova charges heavy burst cannon. These Crisis Series moved on top of the building with their drones, and everyone else just stayed still. Getting ready, gonna do some firing. In the shooting phase, I am aiming to try to take out both Wave Serpents, hurt these bikes, try to hurt, maybe even destroy those Wave Serpents. Wait, not, but Warwalkers. See what we can do. Come back in the shooting. And also, Pure Tide Ship, Tank Hunter. Alright, so end of the Tau shooting phase, very successful. Just to say, I didn't say last time, but the objectives I got, we're getting 6 objectives for the turn 1 was, I got 2 objective 4s, 1 objective 5, hold the line, Witch Hunter, and overwhelming firepower. So for shooting, this Hammerhead and the Riptide fired over here. The Hammerhead, with the help of the broadsides, took out this Wave Serpent. The Riptide tried to shoot at these Wraith Guard that popped out, but didn't even hit them with his blast. The Commander and his missile pod shot, destroyed this vehicle, and with the Riptide and the Aegis Defense Line gun, killed off most of all of the bikes in the Farseer, including the Warlord. So that is all my shooting was directed over here. And so now that was the end of my shooting. The Kroot, I found out, were 24 inches out of range of everything, so I ran them forward. And alright, that was the end of Tau turn 1 shooting. I'm going to do assault moves, and we're just going to go into Eldar turn 1. My assault moves, my suits move to the side to get out of sight of those Warwalkers. Riptide just jumped forward with 11 inches, very far up. Riptide moved to the side 6 inches, staying out of range of those Wraith Guard. So now going into Eldar turn 1.
Okay, first turn for the Eldar, with my movement phase, move these Dark Reapers up to right here. They're still with the Farseer. Pretty much just kept my Wraith Knight right there. These bikes moved up a little bit, and so did the Warwalkers. These Dire Avengers got within 18 inches. They may be a little bit out, so I may battle focus them to get closer. These guys moved. Hopefully they'll run into that building. As far as psychic powers, I did get Guide off for my Wraith Knight. Everything else was either not made or he stopped. So we're going to go into shooting. And I did have my Swoopy Hawks jump up into ongoing reserve. Okay, all my shots, I went ahead and battle focused these guys. The Dire Avengers. I shot everything, including my Wraith Knight, at this model right here. Took 2 wounds away. Actually, these Dark Reapers shot at the group of Pathfinders, and none were killed. So, as far as assault, I'm just recapping everything. These assaulted back a move. The only thing I did accomplish was captured this location twice. So that is the end of my turn.
Alright, Hammerhead stayed still. Riptide moved forward. The Devilfish is following in pursuit, or helping. The Kroot with a Kroot Hound came over on the one side. I didn't want him to. I rolled it twice. Sadly, they're over here. These Kroot also moved forward some more. crisis suits kind of are going to shoot in two different directions. Those crisis suits do have target lock, so there. That's how they're set up. Riptide move forward and try to charge. And let's go into shooting the Nova shielded in this Riptide, and that was it. And these broadsides, not broadsides, but crisis suits have a tank hunter. Alright, in the shooting phase, this Riptide shot up, killed one Dark Reaper, and put a wound on the Exarch. With the help of the Kroot and these broadsides, killed off all the Dire Avengers. Also with the help of a lot of marker lights too. Over here, 3 Wraithguard were killed by the Riptide, also with help by marker lights taking away cover and boosting his ballistic skill. Those 2 who cannot be seen survived, and were also not shot by anybody else. A bunch of shooting into the Dire Avengers, really. Also, these Warwalkers were taken out by the 3 Tank Hunter, Twin Linked Ignores Cover, Broadside, Crisis Suits. And that was my shooting phase. Now we're going to go into Assault, which is going to be this Riptide trying to charge these Dark Reapers. Let's see what happens. Alright, here in Assault, Riptide came in, Hammer of Wrath killed a guy, and he also stomped on a guy. No wounds were put onto him. I don't know if I said it with Assault moves, but this Riptide was over here, and he moved to the side towards this hill. And these guys moved around a bit. So they weren't like this, but they Assault moved into this position, awaiting Deep Strikers. So, now that'll be the end of Tau turn 2, going into Eldar turn 2.
Okay, reserve rolls. The Dire Avengers came on, and the Crimson Hunter came on. The other group of Dire Avengers did not come on, and the Warp Spiders did not come on. Ongoing reserves, this group of Swooping Hawks came up. Movement, moved my Wraith Knight here, hopefully get into contact, and it's Assault. Move this group of jet bikes right there. I moved this group of Wraith Guard right there, 6 inches. A couple things as far as what I rolled. I rolled to capture this objective, so they will hopefully they do get that. And trying to get in range within that. They're both in range of that Hammerhead and then this big Riptide. Over here in my Psychic phase, I was able to give this group of Dark Reapers 4+ invulnerable save, and also got them rending when they attack him. And I was able to give this group over here a better invulnerable save. So my Warlock will get a 3+, and then those other guys, which are just normal jet bikes, will get a 6+. So we'll come in, see what happens in the second turn. Eldar way behind. Okay, in shooting, my Wraith Knights, or my Wraith Guard did shoot at this vehicle, which jinked, but when I shot, I just got one thing through, and then I rolled a 1, so nothing happened because of the D table. I did kill one of the Crisis Suits and a drone with my Flyer. I did bring in my Swooping Hawks right there. That I turbo boosted my jet bikes right there, so I have objective secured with that objective, so that's something I wanted to do. I did capture this part right here, so that's good, this objective, but did not really do much. I'm going to go into Assault. Hopefully I could kill this Riptide. We'll come back with that and see what happens. Okay, in Assault, I was able to take 1 wound away. And nothing happened to any of my characters, so that's the end of the turn. We'll come back to turn 3 for the tile. Okay, just to go over my Malestrom points, I did capture this objective with my Swooping Hawks. I captured this objective with my bikes, and I captured this objective with my Wraith Guard. I think over here I have 2 times this. I'm grabbing it twice, so actually got 2 points there, 1 point there, and 1 point there.
Movement phase, these Crisis Suits moved over with these Kroot. Warlord's going to use the Warlord trait to have Skyfire, try to take out that plane. Vehicle is moving forward. That Hammerhead did drink last turn, but it's still moving up. Devilfish moving towards the objective over there. I need to capture objective 2. Riptide moving over here to take out these Wraith Guard. Cruider moving up. Stayed still over here, and that was it, all my movement. I did deep strike my crisis suits, but they mishapped, and Bolander got to place them and placed them in the corner over here. So now going into the shooting phase. I did get off a 3+ Nova shield here, 3+ vulnerable save. These guys are doing tank hunter again. Alright, end of shooting with the help of the broadsides. Killed 2 bikes, and the crew killed the last 2. So they're dead there. These crisis suits were using the Warlord's power to him and his unit could Skyfire. Shot and killed the plane. Over here, the rest of my shooting all shot into the Wraith Guard and didn't do anything. And I did no damage to them. This Devilfish turbo boosted forward, and that was about it. Now we're gonna go into this assault that's going on over here. I'm gonna charge these Wraith Guard with my Riptide, and we'll see what happens. Alright, in assault, one more wound was taken off the Riptide, and he was able to kill finally one of the Dark Reapers. Riptide's still alive with that 3+ invulnerable save helping him out. So now going into Eldar turn 3. Also, this Riptide was not able to make it into combat. These crisis suits moved up with their assault moves, and these crisis suits coordinated onto this building with their assault move. So now going into Eldar turn 3.
Okay, turn 4, I did get my warp spiders on. I also got my last group of Dire Avengers on. I ran them up because I needed to grab this objective, objective 1. I did roll this objective 2 again, which is really good. And I rolled kill a monstrous creature. So I could potentially get 3 more deals, 3 more objectives. Right here, as far as my psychic powers, I did give prescience off, so hopefully I could help hit better. Just basically, I need to get rid of this guy. And then I gave the rending rule to these 2 little guys if they are able to hit him. But I'm going to go ahead and do some more movement. Well, no, actually, I think I'm pretty good for movement. We're just going to go into shooting. Okay, a little bit of good news. My warp spiders were able to put 5 penetrating hits, and they took this out. It's gone. Right here, these Wraith Guards hit twice and wounded him, but he made his invulnerable saves. Just have not done anything with this particular set of models this game. Over here, I did finally kill the Riptide. It's kind of interesting because it was actually the Farseer that did it. My big warlord, or Lord of War, was hitting, but he kept making his invulnerable saves. My little guy there, he wounded, and then he just missed his 2+ save, and then his feel no pain. So I did get one of my objectives, which was to kill a monstrous creature. I got this objective point right here because I rolled it, and I got this objective point because I rolled it as well. So it was like a 12 and 21, so objective 1, objective 2. So got a total of 3. It's the only thing that's keeping me somewhat close in this game, but we'll have to see. It's just really the Eldar are behind.
Alright, my movement phase has ended. I moved my crisis suit to this formation, trying to get some marker drones to get in range of those warp spiders. Cruider moving up. Devilfish dropped his drones over there on the wave serpents and moved up, holding that objective, which I need to capture. Riptide moved up in possession of that, towards that objective. Also going to try to take out those Wraith Guard. Crew moved forward as well. These crisis suits moved up. All these guys stayed still. Tried a Nova charge but failed, but his feel no pain saved him, so he didn't lose a wound. And over here, these guys, I think they're going to try to do Monster Hunt and try to hurt this Wraith Knight. So now we will go into the shooting phase. Alright, in the shooting phase, this is after assault moves. Crisis Suit's assault moved back into this position, but the marker lights aimed at the warp spiders. They jumped behind those Kroot, and so the marker lights missed them, but the Kroot rapid fired into them. These Crisis Suits shot at them, and what finished them off with the broadsides you fired at them, killing them. The Riptide, with help of marker lights, were able to kill those two Wraith Guard. These drones killed the Dark Reaper Exarch and put a wound on the Farseer, and I took a wound off the Wraith Knight from the Crisis Suits with Monster Hunter on them. So that was the end of my shooting phase. Now we're going in end of my assault 2. All my things have assault moved into their positions, and now going into Eldar turn 4. I did capture all my objectives I needed to this turn.
Okay, turn 4, I rolled my 3 objectives. One is to capture this objective. Another is to capture that objective. And the other one is supremacy, which I highly doubt I will get. As far as movement, I just moved my Farseer right there. Moved up my Dire Avengers to right there. They'll be within range of shooting at these little drones. These Dire Avengers just popped up because I'm gonna try to shoot at these Kroot. Who are actually misfortuned. That's one of my psychic powers I got off. I did also get prescience for the Wraith Knight and a 4+ power, or 4+ invulnerable save. It's called foreboding or forewarning. So that's basically all that happened. In movement, these Swooping Hawks did come in. They did their blast and were able to kill one of the Crisis Suits. Now I'm going to actually shoot at them right now, so we'll go into that and see what happens. Okay, end of the shooting phase. These Dire Avengers did the killing shot, killing strike, something with their formation. So they shot 3 times. I was able to kill 8 of these Kroot. There's 2 left. They made their leadership. Over here in shooting, I was able to kill 1 additional little drone. It's hard to wound with strength 3 guns. So they're okay, made their leadership. Over here, this group, they battle focused back, but they had come up again with the killing strike. It's not to really shoot at, so I shot at these 2 little drones, and they're dead. The Wraith Knight did some good damage, I guess. He did hit this Riptide, but he made his invulnerable save. But I did basically blow this Tau transport up, the Devilfish. It exploded. 2 of the Tau warriors died in the explosion, so now I'm going to try to assault them with my Wraith Knight to see, hopefully I could get them. And then we'll come back and see what happens. Okay, I was able to grab the Tau Fire Warriors. I hit them 4 times and basically took them all out, so they're dead. Consolidated forward, and that is the end of my turn. So we'll come back with turn 5 for the Tau.
Alright, movement phase. These guys are going to come down here, just shoot and try to take out the Swooping Hawks. The last real menace, except for this. Of course, this Wraith Knight. Everything's moving back or moving forward to get in range, and everything basically except for these guys are going to fire and try to hurt this Wraith Knight. So I already lost 1 wound. Maybe we can take off 2 more, get a point, and maybe even kill him. All my fire, everyone here shot, except for those Kroot that ran forward at the Wraith Knight. And he still stands. With only 1 wound left, I was able to hurt him a lot. Take 4 wounds from him. Most of the wounds did come from the broadsides, doing some damage. But the Riptide did well. Here, these guys, the Crisis Suit just fired in front. I was only able to kill 1 Swooping Hawk. And we're just going to charge. That's going to be a charge there. And that should be the end of my turn. And we're going to do assault moves as well. In assault, the commander's unit punched and beat up the Swooping Hawks quite a bit. Only 2 are left. The Exarch and one of his guys are falling back though. No losses. Actually, yeah, no losses. And now we're going into Eldar. Turn 5. That was Tau turn 5. This could be the end of the game. And let's see what happens.
Okay, turn 5. My objectives, basically I had 3 that I cannot achieve, so I got rid of 1, but this is one that I could achieve, but really I can't. But anyway, this Wraith Knight moved up, maybe go after these Kroot. Over here, I'm going to try to take out these Kroot. I got the 4+ invulnerable save for this group right here. They'll be snap firing. I moved this group of Dire Avengers up. I'll try to battle focus. Maybe I could take a shot at some of these Kroot. Other than that, that's all that's happened. Okay, I double shot, 1 shot at the Kroot. Did not hurt anything. I missed. Shot once at the Tau Riptide. I hit him. Gave him D3 wounds, 2 wounds, but he made one of his saves, so he actually lost the wound. He should have 4 wounds left. My main charge attack is for the Kroot because I can't get to the Riptide, so a charge right there. Rest of movement and shooting, I shot with Swooping Hawks, with my little Farseer, and with 2 of my Dire Avengers that could see the Kroot. I killed 1 Kroot. I'm going to try to charge with my Farseer to take him out, but we'll see what happens with the charges. Okay, over here, the Farseer did take out that 1 Kroot in Assault, which is with his Witch Blade, hit 3 times, and then killed him, basically. So he consolidated back. Over here, I was able to kill 7 of the Kroot, and they did make their, well, they ran away and I was not able to catch them, so I consolidated forward 3 inches. So that is the end of turn 5, and we're going to roll to see if the game ends.
Alright, we're going to roll to see if the game ends on a 1 or a 2. The game ends on a 2. Alright, the end of the game, we've calculated the points. The Tau had 27, 13 kill points, 10 Maelstrom, and 4 tertiary. First Blood, Linebreaker, Slay the Warlord, and took 3 wounds off the Wraith Knight for 27. And the Eldar had 16, 10 Maelstrom, and 6 kill points. Very painful game. The Tau in the turn 1 basically just destroyed everything that was over there, the bikes and the 2 Wave Serpents.
Did you take out the Warwalkers too?
No, I couldn't do that in turn 1. The Wraith Knight survived once again only with 1 wound. I think that's the second time it's been brought down to 1 wound. I think the Tyranids almost killed it as well, but 1 more turn we would have been able to. The Kroot are kind of destroyed since they're falling back right there. So, interesting that the Tau kind of moved to the side, capturing this bastion, trying to hold it. But all the units the Tau moved forward were destroyed. The Kroot, the Riptide, Devilfish, and
well, typical gun line formation. Your gun line just stayed strong and just kept shooting.
Yep. Hammerhead was killed by some insurrections by the Eldar coming in. But yeah, alright, so that was the end of this game. First game of round 3. The Eldar, this is them being kicked out of the tournament. They've lost 3 games. They're
2 games.
Lost 2 games. Yeah. So they're 1 and 2. So now Tau are moving forward. Moving to the final 4. They are part of it with plus 11. Their pointage, so we'll see the next game. The next game will be the second game of round 3. This will be Orcs
versus Nova Marines.
Yes, Orcs versus Nova Marines, my 2 armies fighting each other. And we'll see how they get into there. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll be back with more battle reports. And comment, like, and subscribe.